Hello everyone, this is a quick look at the LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Exotic Parrot set. This comes with 253 pieces and I built it live over on my Twitch channel. You can of course find linked in the video description and on the main channel page here. It cost me $20 US for one of these. You can only build one of these three animals at a time, and I will be just showing you the parrot in this video. I will show you the other official builds in separate videos after taking the thing apart, putting it back together, taking it apart, putting it back together. We'll do those a total of 3 times. You can find the products tagged on this video there if you're interested in looking it up and possibly purchasing it. So this does come with the stand, which is, well, there's quite a lot to it. Now, the part of the perch here is for the sake of hiding pieces for the alternate builds or the other official builds, but there's such a significant amount of stuff here, I think. Spoiler alert, I think that this whole set is a very good value, but this just feels even extra to me. Oftentimes, probably most of the time, LEGO is lacking in support materials, I think, for some of their sets and some of their major components of their sets. There's a lot more down here than I ever expected, and it was a nice experience putting this together. Even though it is a little bit bare bones, I think that it's very nice. You know, with those large flowers in particular, I think they're good. There's good stability to this because, you know, the whole macaw here does stand up quite tall, and you don't want that to fall over easily. And thankfully, the base here is wide enough to prevent that from happening. And the bird is also very securely attached to the perch itself. It's a T-shaped, artificial, man-made style of perch, the way that they've done it. Although it's supposed to be alive, it's supposed to be natural, just feels a little bit more man-made, but that's perfectly fine. Again, it does its job and it does it well. When I was building this, I was first impressed by the stand, and then we get to building the bird, and the body felt so tiny. My gosh, it felt so tiny. And after building just the body, I had so few pieces left over. I was worried. I was really worried. I was also worried after initially opening up the box and finding that, well, less than half of it was full. Like the bags came up to here. It definitely had that potato chip bag effect. But in the end, everything really came together pretty nicely with this in terms of the amount of stuff. The parts are used, I think, wisely, and they really give you a nice size, a nice visual impact, nice visual weight. You can move the tail up and down here a little bit, and the wings are on ball joints, so those can be brought up like so if you want. It does expose that little bit right there. Again, I think just mostly hidden pieces there, but all in all, you can also kind of flap the wings out just a tiny bit. It's a little bit of limited range of motion, but I think that's for the better because the intent here was to keep it fairly believable in its overall proportions. The body is only 2 studs wide, but you know, you add a little bit of thickness on the sides with the studs on the side construction as well, and it helps. And then the head comes together so quickly and is so good to me. It looks just right for this scale. You know, this does not go for the cartoony style that sometimes the creator sets do. This goes for a realistic style. And for this to be made out of Lego is just kind of perfect. I think that this interpretation could not have been done much better, especially as a product, you know, a saleable full product, and then especially at the retail price of $20 US. Now it is £20 UK, which is more, and it's also 25 euros as the base price. Those are not fair. You know, the US gets the better deal out of those, but of course that varies from place to place, and from everything that I've heard, a lot of places in Europe get stuff on sale immediately. Sometimes even before stuff goes for sale, it's already on sale. So I don't know. Just acknowledge that, otherwise I get kind of overwhelmed by comments about that. But just in general, I do feel like this is a good value, and it's a good build. Not looking forward to taking it apart, but I am looking forward to building it again a couple times. This one's not even going to be frustrating from the perspective of finding the parts. Sometimes I don't like to put 3-in-1s back together because, you know, oftentimes they'll have numbered bags, and the numbered bags will help you to build the thing in the first place to the main build, but then with everything else, you're completely on your own. Here, this was just a bunch of unnumbered bags. It was a small volume of stuff, and I'm going to just return it to that small volume of stuff. Speaking of which, this is the small volume of leftover pieces when you do the main build. So I'll be back with the second and third builds, both in separate videos. Thank you very much for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed this. I certainly loved putting this together and having it, and just having the really positive experience of being pleasantly surprised by it in just about every way. Bye for now.